Y'all, I love this story. I was sent this story a couple of times, and we need to talk about it. This is the flip side of the passport bros, the PP bros, I'm sorry, as I like to call them. This woman found out that her boyfriend is a PP bro. So she's 22, he's 24, he's a PP bro, and she had no idea. Okay, so she says, I've been with my boyfriend for 8 months. Things have been going really well between us until a few days ago. A little backstory. I'm from a Central European country and he's American. He said he settled in my country because of work opportunities. We met in a coffee house where I work as a barista. We clicked instantly and started going out a few weeks later. Everything was so good and we had so much fun. Fast forward to last week. He asked me to help him with some documentation. I was happy to as I know my language is hard to understand and even translate sometimes. When I was searching online on his laptop, I stumbled upon some weird websites. They were all about PeePeeBros. I didn't even know what the hell that was at first. And basically had tips on how to settle in foreign countries, where to find a traditional bride, which country has the most beautiful women. I was shocked and so confused. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I wanted to gain some clarity and checked his profile on one of these websites. He had full on conversations about Eastern European countries, European women, how easy or hard it was to take them out on dates, if it would be better to settle down in Asia instead, and so on. He decided to settle down in my country. I feel dehumanized, like he fetishized me and the women from my country. Also, our whole relationship has been built on a lie because he's told me he settled down here because of he got a job offer. After I found all this stuff, I quickly took a few pictures as proof and then made up an excuse to come home. He tried to reach out a few times, but I told him I didn't feel well, so can't meet up right now. I can't even look at him. I feel so disgusted. Am I overreacting? How can I confront him about all of this? Okay, so I'm not doing the comments because she already did an update the next day. Okay, so she says, update. Wanted to come on here and reply to a few things and give a little update. I had no idea the last post was going to blow up so quickly and get so many comments. For this reason, I didn't go into too many details in my last post. One, when I read his comments on those websites, it felt dehumanizing and fetishizing. They were making stereotypes about us that are either untrue or outdated. That's because they don't actually talk to women to understand that culture changes across the globe. We have all kinds of women here, just like in other countries. Some like to party, some don't. Some are looking for flings, some want long term relationships. Some want to stay single and childless forever. It's not true that most of us are submissive women who obey our husbands. Try telling that to a Central European woman face to face and see her reaction. Haha. Number two, he told me he only came for work. And it's funny we met because he wasn't planning on getting into a relationship. Judging by his comments online, it was a lie, and he came here to look for a traditional wife. Number three, surprisingly, he never actually told me that he wanted a traditional relationship. He doesn't do anything that's considered traditional in my country either. I work hard for my own money and go to university, so I don't want to be a housewife or stay at home mom in the near future. We've talked about this, so he knows. What worries me is that someone online told him to start a relationship and then try to make it more traditional over time. I don't know if that's what he's trying to do or if he's changed his mind. I have no way of knowing and don't want to take the risk of wasting my time. I have a video talking about this, that they go for women that are not typically traditional and try to mold them instead of just actually finding a woman that aligns with their belief system or what they want. Number four, he works at an IT company, allegedly. I've never been to his workplace, so I have no proof of this. It might be my naivety to think it's true, but we have a lot of companies like this in my country, and a lot of foreigners work in IT in the capital city. So who knows? Number five, traditional woman and traditional relationship can mean different things in different countries, depending on culture and social norms. He wants a traditional woman by American standards, but that's not the same as what we consider a traditional woman here. It's pretty clear from his online comments that he has no clue about this difference. It's offensive because it shows he knows nothing about our culture and history, and it's just relying on stereotypes and outdated assumptions. And what they do that keeps them jacked up, they go to these online forums where they just talk to themselves. They don't actually talk to women. And so they just stay perpetuating these ridiculous stereotypes about women. And you can tell that they don't actually listen to women. So it's amazing. And I'm glad that this woman is saying this. Number 6, some people in the comments try to justify his desire for a traditional wife, stating that European women should be happy and understanding about this. But what does he bring to the table? Why should a traditional Central European woman choose him instead of a man from our country who speaks our language, knows our customs and traditions, grew up in our culture, and respects us according to our standards? To imply that I should be grateful that an American man chose me like I'm some product is offensive. It makes me look like I'm inferior. Very weird logic. Sorry. As women become more assertive and understand that we are human, just as human as these men, and deserve to be able to choose what we want to do, you're going to have more women that are like, why am I supposed to be happy that he chose me? I love that she made this statement. Number 7, some people commented that my post was rage bait or fake because my English or because Central European women won't think like this. This just proves the ignorance some people have about my country. Women here have careers, open their own businesses, or learn to become doctors, lawyers, beauticians, chefs, etc., etc. Most of us in younger generations have modern mentalities, except for some villages, but villagers probably won't go for an American man who doesn't know a thing about our country. Haha. Most of us learn a second language since we are 6 to 8 years old. My niece literally goes to a bilingual kindergarten and learns 2 languages at the age of 3. So I'm not sure why it's so far fetched that people here speak English well. We are not some idiots who have no idea about the modern world. Most of us speak at least 1 or 2 foreign languages, usually English and German, sometimes Spanish, except the baby boomers and Gen X. They had to learn Russian back in the day. I also use an app to double check my grammar, guilty as charged. And to the person that said that Central European countries are basically the same as England or France, it sounds like someone failed their history class. Please don't be ignorant and educate yourself. Number 8, when I told my boyfriend, ex now, that I like to break up with him, we had a small conversation on the phone, and I told him I wasn't in a position to continue the relationship for personal reasons. At first, he was confused and tried to convince me not to break up, but then he accepted it. Number 9, to the comments that suggested it, and thank you for the idea, by the way. I posted my story in the local groups so other women can be aware of this whole PeePeeBro thing and hopefully not fall victim to men like this. And as expected, they found the whole thing disgusting and were grateful for the heads up. We are not here for others' enjoyment and to fulfill some submissive wife fantasy of someone who looks at us as stereotypes rather than individuals with varying personalities and preferences. Number 10, I'm not against foreigners or mixed couples. My brother in law is Arab, speaks my language, and knows my culture. We also speak some Arabic and know and respect his culture too. He didn't come here as a SEX tourist, but as an actual worker who wanted to change his life. If you go to a country, go because you're interested in it and want to learn about a new culture or have some great opportunities, not because you want to desperately lie to women just so you can get into a relationship or hunch. I can't speak for everyone in my country, but most people won't tolerate this behavior and will judge PeePeeBros negatively. It's hypocritical to want a traditional wife, but constantly move from country to country and woman to woman. That behavior definitely isn't considered traditional, at least not in my country. If you want casual relationships, that's fine. There are women here who want that, want the same. Just be honest about it. Yes, I know this is long. I don't care. Y'all needed to see this. I love this and I will continue to share so more women globally know what's going on with these PeePeeBros. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Share, share, share. More women need to see this. So the PP Bros completely burnt going to Brazil. So I had already heard about them requiring that you have $2,000 in your bank account and could prove it. Now they are talking about you have to actually have a visa. So as of April 10th this year, the government of Brazil, GOB, will reinstate a visa requirement for all U.S. nationals visiting Brazil with an option for an visa for qualified applicants. So the fact that they are reinstating means that they cut it out for a while. But with the PP Bros going wild in these countries, they had to reinstate it. Everywhere they go, they are sitting up here burning things down. And it is hilarious because they are their own worst enemies. And I am just sitting here just laughing as they go about this. So you can go to their website, or the PP Bros can go to their website. All right. So the 2024 passport holders from Australia, Canada, and the United States will need a visa to enter Brazil. If you have a valid physical visa on your passport for the purpose of your visit, you do not need to apply for a new visa. If you are entering Brazil by air, sea, or land, the online form to apply for the visa is available here. If you are arriving on April 9th, we strongly advise you to apply for your e-visa in advance to avoid travel disruptions due to your delays or misconnections. Secure your e-visa for a hassle-free journey. You see, they put it in such a positive light. I wonder if they're going to actually research this thing, because who is actually filling out their forms for them? That takes an understanding and comprehension of the English language. Anyways, so they can complete the application online. They got to have a passport photo. Okay, that's pretty much standard. But the e-visa fee payment is $80.90. Confirmation of a round trip reservation. Like, you can come visit, but you got to go. Printed bank statement showing transactions for the last 30 days and showing you have a balance of at least $2,000, or proof of income, or a credit card statement, or a letter from the cruise line confirming a U.S. visa applicant has purchased a cruise ticket, or an individual proof of payment for a cruise ticket. What do you guys think of this? You guys let me know. I hope that other countries that are getting tired of these PP Bros running amok do the same thing for them, for their country. Because what these PP Bros are doing, they're coming in like Austin Holloman and all of those other people, effing stuff up. They are screwing around with the women there. That they are, like, some of the Asian countries are calling them losers back home, LBH. And then they go home and they're still single. They're not getting any traditional wives. They're dropping baby batter, making these kids that have to be supported by someone, and then they're leaving. I love this. I love this. But you guys go ahead. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.